Okay, what's going on, guys? So I'm going to show you how to cook the perfect bodybuilding rice today. It's actually quite amazing how many people don't know how to cook rice and they're just ripping open those Uncle Ben's packets or heating up, you know, whatever those little like 1 minute instant rices are. Think about this. To keep rice wet, and you can just microwave it and it has a shelf life of who knows how long. Like if you leave rice in your fridge for more than a week, it goes bad. So there has to be a lot of preservatives in those rice packets. And it's such a simple and easy thing to do. And we're gonna get right down to it in today's video. So cut out those Uncle Ben's rice packets. The only time I really ever suggest those is if you're ever in a pinch. Okay, so what you're gonna need, this is all very cheap and very easy. First things first, a rice cooker. Now I can show you how to cook rice on the actual stovetop, but most of you are lazy enough if you're already eating little packets of rice and those types of things. So we're gonna use a rice cooker. It's like 20 bucks, Walmart, Amazon, Target, wherever. You're not gonna spend that much money on it. And it comes with a pot like this with a lid. The lid is very important for cooking rice. Now this is a fancy little thing here. Come on over. So this is a rice dispenser. Now you don't need to have this, but it makes it easy because all you do is just slide the lever here and then it measures out how much rice you're going to use. Now we don't go by measurements in this household, nor does any respectable rice eating person ever use any measurements when it comes to measuring their rice or cooking rice. We simply go by just the look, right? The chef knows what to look for. So I'm eating an okay amount of rice right now, but since we're dieting, we're not eating as much. I'm throwing a little bit more, but maybe another half of these. And that's gonna be enough rice for the next 4, maybe 5 at most days. I don't like to let my rice go much longer than that. I like to eat fresh rice if I can. So this would be about 4 or 5 days worth for me. For some other people, this might be a lot more, or it might be too little. So whatever you need is whatever you need. Just whatever your rice cooker is gonna fill is what you're gonna get. So go ahead, turn the sink on, and you're gonna want cold water here. You don't want warm water. We're gonna go ahead and start covering the rice with some water. Okay, you don't need a ton of water just yet, because what we're gonna do, and most people forget this part, or most people are too lazy to do this part, and that is going to be, we're gonna rinse and wash the rice. So all I'm doing here is I'm gonna agitate the rice with my hand. My hands are clean. We use Dawn. We clean our hands in this house. So here's what I'm doing, guys. I'm just washing and rinsing the rice, okay? And we're gonna agitate it a bit. What I'm also gonna do is kind of squeeze the rice, right? And just kind of get out this white starchy powder that's left on the rice after they're done processing the rice. So I mix it around. I give it a few rinses, a few good squeezes, add some love to it. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pour out this water, right? See how it's starchy and it's, you know, cloudy? So we're gonna rinse the rice until we get a more clear, we get the water clear. So again, we'll rinse it and we're gonna repeat the same process. Now this is about good, okay? This is where we want the water to be. You can continue to rinse it, but what I do is I'll just rinse it 3 times, and if, you know, I'm not gonna be overly OCD about it, but this is about the, you know, water I want. So now we're gonna go ahead and add new water to the rice. And like I said, we're not doing measurements here. We're simply going off look. And I'll give you the only tool you need for measuring rice, which is going to be your finger. So this little line that you have in your finger here, that's gonna be about maybe 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and poke down in the water. Go ahead, get a look at this. So it's gonna look like this, right? So the water comes up to about my finger. Okay, give or take a little bit, maybe add a little more. If you add maybe a little bit more, if you want your rice a little bit more soft and sticky, you add a little bit less if you like your rice a little bit on the drier side. I like mine more soft, so that's that. But just stay consistent with it every time. And then all you have to do next is just set the rice to cook. Lid on the rice. Now about 15 to 20 minutes, this will pop and the rice will be ready to go. Okay, so the rice is now finally cooked. As you'll see on the rice cooker, it'll go from cook to warm. Usually I can hear it pop because I'm just in my house working on something, but rice is finished. Now this pot here is very hot, so you don't want to just grab this with your bare hands. So go ahead and grab some like oven mitts or a rag or something of some type, and unplug the rice cooker, and then pick up the rice pot here. Now, to make your rice even a little bit better, you can leave the lid on and just leave it like this for a little while. And that will actually help the steam from the rice keep the rice a little bit fresher. However, I'm gonna get my rice into a big container like this and put the lid on, so it's gonna do its whole steaming process in there. However, this rice is 100% ready to eat right now if you want. So the way I store my rice is we'll take the lid off, and as you see all the steam come out, and we're gonna take just a rag here, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip this upside down. Now, don't just pull this off either, right? It's still very hot. Okay. There's a little bit of rice left in there. And this is still good rice. Throw that in there. And then we'll clean that. Now, what I'll also not do is I won't break up this rice. I won't just spread it out because I want to keep that steam in there. And if you start breaking it up, it'll dry out a little bit faster. So I'll just leave the rice like so. Throw this lid on here. You could let it sit out for a bit. Some people do that. Or it can pretty much go right into the fridge. But this rice is now perfect. You've got rice probably for a few days here, and you're not eating a bunch of preservatives from Uncle Ben or whatever rice packet you may be currently eating. So simple, easy, 15, 20 minutes, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.